Welcome, adventurer. In this ever-evolving tale, you're stepping into the boots of Hemlock. In this ever-evolving tale, with a curious stepping into the boots of Hemlock. Hemlock is a creature of wild, wind-tossed hair and sharp, sapphire eyes that glint with an insatiable curiosity. Her alignment, chaotic neutral, reflects her fiercely independent spirit and disregard for unnecessary rules. Possessing a lean, agile form, Hemlock carries the proficiencies of athletics, acrobatics, and perception, a testament to her dexterity and keen senses. She's not one to shy away from physical challenges or potential danger. Her constitution may not be remarkable, but her strength is considerable for an elf. In terms of equipment, Hemlock carries a longsword, a reliable weapon for close-quarter combat, and a shield for defense. Both show signs of many battles. She dons leather armor, offering mobility while providing modest protection. An explorer's pack, bristling with tools for survival in the wild, hangs comfortably on her back. Hemlock is an inquisitive soul. Her world is full of questions waiting to be answered, mysteries to be unfolded. So prepare yourself, for you are about to step into a realm of excitement, danger, and intrigue. Welcome to the world of Hemlock, the inquisitive high elf fighter. Let us begin. Your story begins in the bustling city of Silvershadow, a place known for its shimmering spires and the sharp contrast between its wealthy nobility and struggling commoners. As Hemlock, you've been hired by the city's council to investigate the strange occurrences that have taken place recently. People have been disappearing without a trace, their belongings left undisturbed, their homes locked from the inside. You find yourself standing in front of a humble abode, the latest victim's house. With your longsword sheathed at your side, you approach the old wooden door. Its paint is peeling, a sign of neglect, or perhaps a clue to the inhabitants' sudden departure. The neighbors have reported seeing eerie shadows moving in the house at night, and your quest is to investigate what's behind all of this. As you reach for the door, you feel an uncanny chill running down your spine. Something about this place doesn't feel right. The question is, what will you do next? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I look around and see if there are any signs of rubber boats. You scan the area, looking for any signs of forced entry or unusual footprints. The cobblestone streets around the house are busy with the daily life of Silvershadow, but the area immediately surrounding the house seems undisturbed. The windows of the house are tightly shut, and the lock on the front door appears untouched. While you don't see any immediate signs of robbers, you notice an unusual pattern of scratches on the wooden door, as though something sharp was dragged down its surface. It's a strange detail, considering the door is otherwise undamaged. Would you like to investigate further, or take a different course of action? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Smell the marks for signs of werewolf musk. Drawing upon your trained senses and inquisitive nature, you lean in to smell the peculiar markings on the door. The scent of old wood and the faint musk of city life fill your nostrils, but underneath it all, there's a strange, unfamiliar smell that makes your senses tingle. It's a wild scent, like that of a feral animal, but not one you recognize immediately. This might be a good time to test your perception. Please roll the dice and tell me the outcome. You rolled 14. With a roll of 14, your keen senses are able to discern something more from the scent. It's a musty, animalistic odor, not dissimilar to that of a wild canine, but with a metallic edge that suggests something supernatural. It's not exactly the musk of a werewolf, but it's close enough to give you pause. The smell is strongest around the scratches on the door, hinting that whatever left these marks might be the creature you're looking for. Suddenly, the disappearances and the eerie shadows reported by the neighbors start to make a chilling kind of sense. The question now is, how do you wish to proceed given this new piece of information? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I force open the door to look for more clues. Taking a step back, you square your shoulders and, using your strength, push the door open. The door creaks loudly in protest before yielding, revealing a dimly lit interior. The house is eerily silent, save for the distant echo of city life just outside. As you step in, the wooden floorboards groan under your weight. The interior smells of abandonment, dust, stale air, and a faint underlying scent of that same creature musk you detected earlier. You find yourself standing in a small, gloomy hallway leading to a larger room. The house is filled with shadows and a sense of foreboding. But as an inquisitive fighter, you're prepared to face what may come. You can see the outlines of furniture under dust sheets, and a staircase leading to an upper floor. Do you explore the ground floor first, or head upstairs? Bleach Demon has been chosen. I charge up the stairs, calling upon the spirit of Leroy Jenkins to guide me. Invoking the spirit of the legendary Leroy Jenkins, you charge with reckless abandon up the creaking staircase. As you move, you can feel the adrenaline coursing through your veins, the thrill of danger and the unknown fueling your resolve. At the top of the stairs, you find a long, shadowy corridor. Closed doors line both sides, each one silently promising secrets or danger. A chill draft sweeps through the hallway, causing the hairs on the back of your neck to stand up. Suddenly, you hear a soft, muffled sound coming from one of the rooms. It's faint, almost imperceptible, but it's there. A whimper. A whimpering growl, perhaps. The decision is yours, Hemlock. What does your legendary courage inspire you to do next? Ardent party has been chosen. Whistle and call out, "Here, doggy, doggy." Embracing your chaotic nature, you whistle cheerfully down the gloomy corridor, calling out with an exaggerated, "Here, doggy, doggy." Your voice echoes eerily through the silence, causing a chill ripple of anticipation to run down your spine. There's a moment of silence before a low growl rumbles in response from behind one of the doors. The sound is throaty, gruff, and certainly more menacing than any ordinary dog's. Despite the threat, the source of the growl remains hidden behind the door. Will you investigate this room, or choose a different door to explore? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Investigate the room nude to catch him off guard. In a bold and unexpected move, you decide to strip off your armor and clothes, letting them fall in a pile at your feet. Your confidence and audacity leave you standing tall and unflinching in the face of danger, a testament to Hemlock's chaotic nature. Naked and armed only with your sword, you approach the door. The growling from behind the door ceases, replaced by a curious silence. It seems your tactic may have indeed caught whatever is lurking inside off guard. Gripping the handle, you fling the door open, ready to face whatever awaits you with undeniable courage and a touch of unpredictability. What will you do next in your audacious confrontation? Not a bobcat has been chosen. You suddenly realize the smell is actually that of a fearsome creature known as man-bear-pig. As you bravely stand in the doorway, the scent that has been lingering in your nostrils suddenly clicks into place. It isn't the musk of a wild canine or a werewolf. It's something far more formidable. The sharp, metallic edge to the scent is characteristic of one creature and one creature only, the infamous man-bear-pig. The man-bear-pig is a rare and fearsome creature, known for its powerful physique, a blend of a man, bear, and pig, hence the unusual name. Its reputation for causing chaos and destruction is matched only by its elusive nature. You're standing there, completely in the buff, in the face of such a creature. The room is dimly lit, but you can make out a large, hulking shape in the far corner. It's surprisingly quiet, watching you with what you can only imagine is a mixture of confusion and curiosity. The man-bear-pig is unexpected, but it might be the answer to the mystery of the disappearances. So, Hemlock, how do you intend to handle this situation? Maureen Peters has been chosen. Feed man bear pig some bacon. With a manic sparkle in your eye, you decide to take a gamble. You reach into your discarded explorer's pack for some leftover bacon you've kept for emergencies. Tossing a piece towards the hulking creature, you call out in the most soothing voice you can muster, "Here, man bear pig, nice and tasty bacon." Your action seems to stun the creature momentarily. It sniffs the air, its nostrils flaring, and slowly moves towards the piece of bacon. You can see now that it's a grotesque and formidable creature indeed, but it doesn't immediately appear aggressive. The man bear pig tentatively reaches for the bacon, its eyes never leaving your naked form. As it starts to chew, its eyes narrow and a low grumble of satisfaction rumbles from its gut. Has your audacious plan managed to pacify the creature? What will you do next? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Give man bear pig tummy rubs and watch for his reaction. Channeling your inner charisma and audacity, you take a cautious step forward, reaching out your hand towards the man bear pig. In a soft and soothing tone, you utter, "Easy, big guy," as you attempt to move closer, your hand extending towards its enormous belly for a tummy rub. You're inches away from the creature and its musk is overpowering, but you maintain your resolve. The man bear pig watches you, curiosity gleaming in its eyes. Now would be a good time to roll your D20 dice for animal handling. Please roll and tell me the outcome. You rolled 13. With a roll of 13, you manage to successfully extend your hand and touch the creature's belly. The man bear pig tenses momentarily under your touch, but as you start to gently rub its enormous tummy, a contented grumble rumbles from its gut. It seems your audacious plan has worked. The man bear pig relaxes, its eyes half closing in apparent pleasure. It appears you've managed to pacify this fearsome creature, at least for the moment. It's a bizarre sight, you standing there in the nude, charming a creature as notorious as the man bear pig. What are you going to do next, Hemlock? Maureen Peters has been chosen. Feed man bear pig my left hand. In a shocking twist, you decide to offer your left hand to the man bear pig. Your bravery borders on recklessness as you raise your hand towards the creature's enormous snout. The smell of bacon still lingers in the air, and the man bear pig sniffs curiously at your hand, its eyes focused intently on you. You feel its hot breath on your skin, and it's a moment of tense anticipation before anything happens. Then, the creature opens its mouth, revealing sharp, formidable teeth, and roll a d20 for a Constitution saving throw and share the result. You rolled 9. As the man-bear pig's mouth closes around your hand, you grit your teeth and brace yourself for the pain. With a roll of 9, it's clear that the bite is going to hurt, but you're able to keep your screams to a minimum. Your courage and resolve are truly remarkable. The creature seems startled by your reaction, or perhaps by the taste, and it quickly releases your hand. You're now standing there, somewhat bloodied and still completely naked, in front of a confused man-bear pig. What will you do now, Hemlock? Your audacious actions have certainly kept the creature off guard, but you're also slightly injured and in a precarious situation.
Based ape has been chosen. I inherit the abilities of mean, bears, and pigs, like when Spider-Man got bit by the spider. In a sudden and unexpected turn, you find your body starting to react to the bite. Just as Spider-Man developed arachnid abilities after being bitten by a radioactive spider, you start to feel a strange, pulsating energy coursing through your veins. The bite wound on your hand begins to glow eerily, and your senses become heightened. Your strength seems to increase, giving you the power of a bear. Your intelligence sharpens, akin to that of a human, and you find yourself possessing the heightened senses of a pig. You're becoming a woman-bear pig. As your body adjusts to the new abilities, the man-bear pig watches you curiously, somehow sensing the change within you. It still doesn't seem hostile, but it's clearly uncertain about what's happening. Now, with these newfound abilities, what's your next move, Hemlock? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Mate with the man-bear pig now that you are the same as it and compatible. In yet another surprising twist, you decide to use your newly gained abilities for an unconventional purpose. Sensing your transformation, the man-bear pig seems to perceive you differently, no longer just a strange, naked elf, but a potential mate. This might be a good time to test your charisma. Please roll your d20 and let me know the outcome. This will determine how successful you are in your unusual endeavor. You rolled 3. With a roll of 3, your attempt at courting the man-bear pig doesn't quite go as planned. You make your intentions clear, but the creature seems more puzzled than flattered by your advances. It grumbles in confusion, taking a step back and eyeing you warily. It's clear that your transformation hasn't equipped you with the necessary skills to win over a man-bear pig mate. It is, after all, still a wild and unpredictable creature, even if you now share some of its traits. What's your next move, Hemlock? Your attempts at mating didn't quite pan out, but you're still in a room with a potentially dangerous creature and have newfound abilities at your disposal.
Ardent party has been chosen. Feed us both psilocybin to cure us of the disease of man-bear-pigness. Apparently having had enough of the man-bear-pig life, you decide to take a more mystical approach. From your explorer's pack, you retrieve a small pouch containing psilocybin mushrooms. Known for their hallucinogenic properties, these fungi are believed by some to have curative abilities. You chew down a handful of the mushrooms, then toss a couple to the man-bear-pig. It sniffs at the fungi curiously before gobbling them down, seemingly unbothered by the strange taste. Please roll your d20 for a constitution saving throw to see how your body reacts to the psilocybin mushrooms. Let me know the outcome. You rolled 2. With a roll of 2, the psilocybin mushrooms hit you hard and fast. Your vision blurs and a myriad of colors burst before your eyes. The room warps and twists, the walls bleeding into each other. You feel as though you've been swept up in a whirlwind of sensations. As for the man-bear-pig, it seems to be in a similar state, its eyes glazing over as it sways unsteadily on its feet. For a moment, the two of you are united in this shared hallucinogenic experience. When the effects finally fade, you find yourself lying on the floor, the man-bear-pig sprawled nearby. You're back to being Hemlock, the chaotic neutral high elf fighter, and the man-bear-pig. Well, it's still a man-bear-pig, but it looks less threatening now, more like a confused and drugged creature. So, Hemlock, what will you do now, in your raw and vulnerable state? Ardent party has been chosen. Sorry, I didn't catch that. Could you please repeat your action or decision? Bleach Demon has been chosen. Enraged by this failure, I go on a rampage about the town, with the horrific realization that I have been the cause of the evil that has happened. Your clarity comes with a harsh realization: you have been an unwitting participant in the chaos and disappearances plaguing the town of Silver Shadow. Anger bubbles up within you, fueled by frustration and regret. Embracing your chaotic nature, you stride out of the house, leaving behind the confused man-bear-pig. Your heart pounds in your chest as you storm through the streets, your shouts echoing off the cobblestones. The townsfolk watch you in confusion and fear as you declare your guilt and the truth behind the mystery. Will you continue your rampage, venting your anger and regret to the world, or will you find a way to make amends for the chaos you have unwittingly caused? Will you harness your new abilities for better or worse? The choice is yours, Hemlock.
Ardent party has been chosen. Cover myself in lamp oil on the mayor's patio and self-immolate. In a final act of remorse and despair, you decide to take drastic measures. You storm towards the mayor's house, dousing yourself in lamp oil from a nearby store. The scent of the oil is strong and acrid in your nostrils. As you step onto the mayor's patio, the townsfolk begin to gather around, drawn by the spectacle. Their murmurs grow quieter as they take in the sight of you, standing there drenched in lamp oil. With a deep breath, you strike a flint against your sword, and the sparks ignite the oil. Flames lick up your body, engulfing you in a fiery blaze. The crowd gasps and screams, but amidst the chaos, you stand there, a beacon of regret and redemption. As the flames consume you, your vision blurs and your thoughts drift away. The pain is there, but it's distant and muted, overshadowed by your overwhelming regret. As your consciousness slips away, you can't help but wonder if you've managed to atone for your actions. A hush falls over the crowd as the flames die down, leaving behind only the charred remains of what was once Hemlock, the chaotic neutral high elf fighter. The tale of your adventure, your transformation, and your tragic end will live on in the whispers of the townsfolk, a haunting reminder of the unpredictable nature of life and death. As the final chapter of your adventure draws to a close, it's clear that your journey was one of courage, wit, and resilience. You faced every challenge and overcame each hurdle with a tenacity that would make even the most seasoned adventurers envious. The realm you traveled, the characters you encountered, and the quest you completed were all a testament to your spirit as a player. It is truly an honor to have accompanied you on this adventure. Your actions and decisions truly made this story come to life. Thank you for sharing this remarkable journey with us. If you enjoyed this immersive experience and would like to see more of such games, we encourage you to consider showing your support through our Patreon. Every contribution goes a long way in ensuring we continue to craft enthralling adventures for you to embark on. Remember, no adventure is truly complete without a shared experience. So if you found our game engaging, please consider subscribing and liking our channel. It not only helps us reach more like-minded adventurers like you, but it also gives us the means to continue creating these immersive experiences. Once again, congratulations on completing your quest. It was a memorable adventure, and we hope to have you back for many more. In a fiery spectacle that leaves the crowd gasping in awe, you rise from your own ashes. Not a high elf, not a woman bear pig, but a being of fire and fury, like a phoenix reborn. The flames dance around you harmlessly, casting a fierce glow on your figure. Your voice cuts through the silence, strong and resonant. You call out, "Maureen, you idiot." The crowd parts as a flustered woman named Maureen steps forward, confusion written all over her face. The triumphant rebirth and the shout out to Maureen leave the crowd with more questions than answers. But for now, they step back, giving you the space to come to terms with your new fiery existence. So, Hemlock, what will you do now, reborn and aflame, under the watchful eyes of a stunned crowd? Maureen Peters has been chosen. Kill the woman named Maureen, because she is annoying. Your blazing eyes lock onto Maureen, who is looking increasingly nervous under your fiery gaze. With a swift charge, you close the distance between you and Maureen. This might be a good time to test your strength. Please roll the d20 and tell me the outcome. This will determine how successful you are in your ominous endeavor. You rolled 5. With a roll of 5, your attack isn't as swift or as deadly as you intended. You lunge at Maureen, but she, driven by fear and survival instincts, manages to dodge out of the way at the last moment. You stumble past her, catching yourself just in time to avoid a fall. The crowd gasps, their eyes wide with fear and surprise. You can hear murmurs of disbelief and concern rippling through them. Maureen is trembling, her eyes wide with terror, but she's unharmed. What will you do now, Hemlock, with your fiery rebirth, failed attack, and the terrified crowd watching your every move? Not a bobcat has been chosen. You pull out your specially constructed dwarven 1911 pistol you concealed carry and open fire on Maureen. Because you know I always got that motherfucking thing on me. With a swift and practiced motion, you pull out your concealed dwarven 1911 pistol. The crowd gasps as the metallic glint of the firearm catches the sunlight. You take aim at Maureen, the terrified woman frozen in place by her fear. It's time to test your dexterity. Please roll your d20 and tell me the outcome. This will determine the accuracy of your aim and the fate of poor Maureen. You rolled 18. With a roll of an 18, your aim is true. The dwarven 1911 pistol is steady in your hand as you squeeze the trigger, releasing a thunderous blast that echoes through the town square. The bullet whizzes through the air and strikes its intended target. Maureen doesn't even have the time to scream. She falls, and the crowd erupts in chaos. Some scream and run, others drop to their knees in shock. The town square, once the site of your self-immolation and rebirth, is now the stage of a murder. Your fiery form stands tall amidst the chaos, the smoking dwarven 1911 pistol in your hand. What will you do now, Hemlock, in the wake of this shocking turn of events? Ardent Party has been chosen. Drive a stake through Maureen's heart to finish her off, declaring her a vampire that was killing villagers. Amidst the chaos and the pandemonium, you stride over to Maureen's lifeless body, pulling free a wooden stake you've hidden away in your possessions.
Raising it high, you bring it down with a swift, forceful strike, straight through Maureen's heart. My fellow townsfolk, you shout, your voice carrying over the cries and confusion. Maureen was no mere woman. She was a vampire, preying on our people. The crowd falls silent at your proclamation, their fear giving way to shock and then to understanding. While some remain skeptical, the majority seem to accept your explanation, their panic tapering off as they consider your words. Having declared Maureen the vampire behind the recent disappearances, what will you do next, Hemlock? How will you handle the aftermath of this shocking revelation? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. For the rest of the adventure, narrators 80s era Hulk Hogan. Alright, brother. Hemlock, now known as the Fiery Phoenix, has just dropped the biggest leg drop on that blood-sucking vampire Maureen, just like Hulkamania used to run wild on Andre the Giant, dude. The crowd's eyes are wide, and they're eating out of the palm of your hand. You've got them right where you want them, just like the Hulkster in front of a sold-out Madison Square Garden. With Maureen out of the picture, you're the biggest star in this town, brother. But the night is young, and Hulkamania, Hemlock Mania is running wild. So, what's the next step in your master plan, dude? Are you gonna climb the top rope and drop the big elbow on another problem, or take a victory lap around the ring and soak in the cheers of your adoring fans? The choice is yours, brother. Bleach Demon has been chosen. I storm into the mayor's house and take over the village, declaring it my own personal fiefdom. I call for the villagers to take up arms and march my army to the next village. To war. Ooh yeah, brother. Just like the Hulkster taking over the WWF, you're storming into the mayor's house, ready to lay the smackdown. You kick the door open, sending it crashing against the wall. The mayor, all white-faced and trembling, doesn't stand a chance against the towering inferno of Hemlock Mania. With your booming voice echoing off the walls, you lay down the law. This here village is mine now, brothers and sisters. It's time to take up arms and march to the next town. We're going to war. The villagers, still reeling from the shock of your fiery transformation and the elimination of Vampire Maureen, find themselves swept up in your energy. They rally, picking up makeshift weapons and preparing themselves to follow your lead. The next village won't know what hit, brother. So, what's the plan? Are you leading the charge straight away, or giving a rousing speech to boost their morale first? Let me tell you something, brother, Hemlock Mania is running wild.
Bleach Demon has been chosen. I give a small speech, then order my villagers to put everyone to the sword, no survivors. With a wave of your hand, you call for silence, brother. The villagers gather around you, their eyes filled with a mix of fear, respect, and anticipation. You take a deep breath and launch into your speech. Brothers and sisters, you begin, your voice strong and commanding. Today, we march not as villagers, but as warriors. As conquerors. We have been stepped on and ignored for too long, and it's time we make ourselves heard. The villagers cheer, their voices echoing off the buildings around you. You let the cheers die down before you continue. We take no prisoners, we leave no survivors. Show them the might of our village, show them the fury of Hemlock Mania. With the final words of your speech hanging in the air, you lead your new army out of the village, towards the neighboring settlement. The villagers follow, their makeshift weapons glinting in the sunlight as they march behind you, ready for war. What's your strategy for the attack, brother? Will you charge in head first, or do you have a cunning plan up your sleeve? Let me tell you something, brother, the village isn't going to know what hit em. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Charge in. The neighboring village isn't expecting an attack. That's the spirit, brother. Just like the Hulkster, you're raring to go, no holds barred. With a fiery determination in your eyes, you lead the charge, your villagers turn warriors following suit. The neighboring village is indeed caught off guard. The peace of a quiet afternoon shatters as your war cry fills the air, your villagers descending upon it like a storm. Alright, brother, it's time to roll your D20 for a strength check to lead your villagers in this surprise attack. Let me know the outcome. You rolled 19. With a roll of a 19, brother, you're unstoppable. Just like when the Hulkster body slammed Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3, you lead your villagers in a fearsome charge. The surprise attack is a success, catching the neighboring village completely off guard. The villagers fight with a ferocity that surprises even you, their weapons striking true again and again. Fires burn, buildings crumble, and screams fill the air. Despite the chaos, your villagers listen to your commands, moving and striking as a cohesive unit under your leadership. By the time the dust settles, the neighboring village lies defeated at your feet. Your villagers cheer your name, their victorious shouts echoing through the ruined landscape. Hemlock Mania is running wild, brother. What's your next move? Are you going to celebrate this victory, or move on to the next challenge? The choice is yours, dude. Patron has been chosen. Gather the skulls of defeated foes and make a throne. That's hardcore, brother, just like when the Hulkster faced off against the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania VI. You start gathering the skulls of your defeated foes, each one a testament to your victory and the might of your villages. Your followers watch in a mix of awe and fear as you build your throne, the skulls serving as macabre decorations. When it's complete, you take a seat, looking every bit the conqueror atop your grisly trophy. The villagers are silent, their cheers dying down as they take in the sight of you on your skull throne. You can see respect, fear, and a touch of unease in their eyes, but they remain loyal, their victory still fresh in their minds. So, brother, what's the plan now? Are you going to rule over your new kingdom from your skull throne, or is there another adventure calling your name? Let me tell you something, dude, the world is your wrestling ring now. Bleach Demon has been chosen. Send the eyes of the slain to the surrounding villages, telling them to join me or suffer a far worse fate. All shall fall to Hemlock. Just like when the Hulkster declared Hulkamania was running wild, you're letting the surrounding villages know that Hemlock Mania is here to stay, brother. You gather the eyes of the slain, a chilling reminder of your ruthlessness and power. Your villagers, despite their initial shock, follow your orders. They prepare messengers to carry your gruesome tokens and warnings to the surrounding settlements. The air is thick with anticipation and unease as the messengers set off, your threat echoing in their minds. Your declaration sends ripples of fear and uncertainty through the region. The other villagers will have to choose between bowing to your rule or facing your wrath. So, what's next on the agenda, Hemlock? Are you going to wait for their responses, or do you have other plans in mind? Let me tell you something, brother, Hemlock Mania is running wild, and the world is waiting to see what you'll do next. Ardent Party has been chosen. Respectfully salute my friend in Christ, Ardent Party, as he wanders off to the border, bent on dropping the big elbow on some poor jabroni orcs. You spot your friend in Christ, Ardent Party, preparing to venture off alone towards the border. You can see the determination in his eyes, the same fire that fuels Hemlock Mania, brother. With a respectful salute, you acknowledge his bravery in his quest. Give those orc jabronis the ol' 1-2, Ardent, you call out, your voice carrying over the murmurs of the villagers. Ardent turns and returns your salute, a grin spreading across his face. Count on it, Hemlock, he replies, before heading off on his journey. The villagers watch as Ardent disappears into the distance, a lone warrior against the orc threat. You stand tall on your skull throne, your gaze lingering on the horizon even after Ardent has vanished from sight.
So, what's next for Hemlock, brother? Will you turn your attention back to ruling your village, or will you join Ardent on his mission? The choice is yours, dude. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Kill all people surrounding me, out of fear they'll betray me someday. Your paranoia flares, brother, and you decide to take drastic action. The villagers, still high from the victory and reveling in the aftermath, don't see it coming. Now, it's time to test your strength. Please roll your d20 and let me know the outcome. This will determine the success of your unexpected and violent action. You rolled 18. With a roll of 18, your attack is swift and deadly, brother. Just like when the Hulkster was in the ring with his 24-inch pythons, you unleash your strength upon the unsuspecting villagers. They fall one after the other, unable to defend themselves against your sudden onslaught. The village square quickly turns into a scene of chaos and carnage, the cheers of victory turning into screams of terror. By the time the dust settles, you stand alone amidst the fallen bodies of your former followers. You're alone now, Hemlock, in your conquered village. The danger of betrayal is gone, but so is the glory of leadership. What will you do now, brother? Will you find a new purpose, or wallow in your paranoia? The choice is yours, dude. J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Look on in shock as macho necromancer Randy Savage appears and raised the villagers as skeletons. Suddenly, brother, the ground begins to rumble beneath your feet, causing you to stagger. An eerie green glow starts to radiate from the fallen bodies of the villagers, and you take a step back, unsure of what's happening. And then, he appears. Rising from the ground, surrounded by the green glow, is none other than the macho necromancer Randy Savage. He's got a wild look in his eyes, and he's pointing straight at you. "Ooh yeah, Hemlock, the macho man is here," he bellows, his voice echoing through the deserted village. As he flexes his necromantic powers, the villagers' bodies begin to twitch and move. One by one, they rise, their flesh and muscle giving way to bare bone. They're skeletons now, brother, and they're under the control of the macho necromancer Randy Savage. So, what's the plan, Hemlock? Are you gonna face off against the macho necromancer and his skeletal army, or are you gonna take a step back and rethink your strategy? Let me tell you something, brother, Hemlock Mania is about to face its biggest challenge yet.
John Williams has been chosen. Call for a democratic vote between myself and the necromancer. In a surprising twist, brother, you call for a democratic vote between yourself and the macho necromancer Randy Savage. It's a bold move, considering your recent actions and the current state of the villages. But the macho necromancer seems intrigued by your proposal. "Oh yeah, a vote, huh?" he muses, scratching his chin thoughtfully. "That's a new one, but the macho man is always up for a challenge, even a democratic one. So, it's settled then. A democratic vote it will be. But keep in mind, brother, you're up against a necromancer and his skeletal minions. It won't be easy to swing this vote in your favor. What's your plan to win this vote, Hemlock? Are you going to give a rousing speech to win over the skeletons, or do you have another strategy in mind?" Let me tell you something, brother, Hemlock Mania is about to enter the political ring. J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Stuff the ballot box with fake mail-in votes so I win by just enough to not have a recount. Just like when the Hulkster would play mind games with his opponents, you've got a plan, brother. You quickly gather scraps of paper and start scribbling down votes in your favor. The macho necromancer is busy rallying his skeletal minions, not noticing your sneaky tactic. You stuff the ballot box with your fake mail-in votes, making sure to add just enough to secure your victory without raising suspicion. Alright, Hemlock, it's time to roll your D20 for a deception check to see if your plan goes unnoticed. Let me know the outcome, brother. You rolled 7. With a roll of 7, your attempt at deception doesn't quite go unnoticed, brother. As you're stuffing the ballot box, one of the skeletal villagers catches sight of your actions. It lets out a rattling sound, drawing the attention of the macho necromancer Randy Savage. "Oh yeah, what's this?" he bellows, striding over to you and the ballot box. He peers inside, his eyes widening as he sees the multitude of votes in your favor. Trying to pull a fast one on the macho man, huh? The skeletons, alerted by the commotion, turn their hollow gazes towards you. You're caught red-handed, Hemlock, and the macho necromancer doesn't look pleased. What's your move now, brother? Are you going to admit to your deception or try to talk your way out of this situation? Let me tell you something, dude, this isn't looking good for Hemlock Mania. Not a bobcat has been chosen. Sit back confidently as I have also rigged the court system in charge of addressing this problem. The news media is under my control as well.
Ooh yeah, brother, this is a twist straight out of WrestleMania. You lean back, a confident smirk on your face as the macho necromancer Randy Savage accuses you of deception. You've rigged the court system and have the news media under your control. The macho man's got no idea what's coming. As the macho necromancer demands a recount, you simply wave him off. Take it up with the courts, you say nonchalantly. The skeletons, though devoid of flesh and emotion, seem taken aback. Sure enough, when the macho necromancer tries to dispute the results, he's met with a wall of bureaucratic red tape. The courts are in your pocket, and the news media sings your praises, further solidifying your victory. The macho necromancer, defeated and frustrated, has no choice but to yield. This isn't over, Hemlock, he bellows as he retreats, his skeletal minions following him. So, what's your next move, brother? Are you going to celebrate your victory, or do you have another plan in mind? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania is back on top. J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Arrange to have the macho necromancer killed and make it look like a suicide. Adopting a darker plot, you decide it's time to permanently remove the macho necromancer Randy Savage from the equation. You need to ensure this deed is carried out swiftly, quietly, and leaves no trace of foul play. To accomplish this, you'll need to roll for deception. Roll your d20 and tell me the outcome, brother. This will determine how successful you are in your sinister scheme. You rolled 18. With a roll of 18, brother, your plan is executed flawlessly. You find a group of loyal followers, ensuring their absolute secrecy, and task them with the grim deed. They manage to slip into the macho necromancer's quarters undetected, and what happens next is a mystery to all but a select few. The next morning, the news breaks. The macho necromancer Randy Savage was found dead, an apparent suicide. The news travels fast, leaving a somber mood over the village. Yet amidst the whispers and rumors, no one suspects your hand in the matter. Your reign is undisputed now, brother. The skeletons are leaderless, the villagers fear and respect you, and the surrounding villagers are wary of your power. Hemlock Mania is running wild, and there's no one left to challenge you. So, what's next for Hemlock, the undisputed ruler? Are you going to enjoy your reign, or do you have other plans in mind? Let me tell you something, brother, the world is your wrestling ring now. Bleach Demon has been chosen. To thank my accomplice for his foul play, I reward John Crow with shiny things, like Maureen's skull, now to crush Nouveau Amsterdam, a dark and filthy place. Ooh yeah, brother, that's the spirit of a true champ. You find John Crow, the key accomplice in your dark scheme, and reward him with the shiniest thing you have, Maureen's skull. He accepts it with a nod, the skull glinting ominously in his hands. With the macho necromancer Randy Savage out of the picture and your role secured, your thoughts turn to Nuevo Amsterdam. It's a dark, filthy place, a stark contrast to your vibrant village. But it's a challenge, and Hemlock is never one to back down from a challenge. So, how are you planning to take on Nuevo Amsterdam, brother? Are you going to lead your villagers in another surprise attack, or do you have a different strategy in mind? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania is ready for the next big match. Not a bobcat has been chosen. This time I will use chemical weapons. Lots of them. In a dark twist, you decide to take on Nuevo Amsterdam with chemical weapons. The villagers, still loyal to you despite their fear, begin preparing for the grim task. They gather materials, following your instructions to the letter. Now, it's time to roll for your intelligence check, brother. Please roll your d20 and let me know the outcome. This will determine how successful you are in crafting these dangerous weapons. You rolled 3. With a roll of 3, your preparations don't go as smoothly as you hoped, brother. Perhaps it's the unfamiliarity with the materials, or the villagers' unease about the task, but the outcome is less than successful. Many of the concoctions are ineffective, and a few even explode during the crafting process, causing minor injuries and further increasing the villagers' fear and unease. Despite the setback, you're not one to back down from a challenge. Will you try again to craft the chemical weapons, or do you have a new plan in mind to take on Nuevo Amsterdam? Let me tell you something, brother, Hemlock Mania doesn't quit. Bleach Demon has been chosen. I call upon Bleach Demon, the sanitizer, to destroy this hovel of evil, Nuevo Amsterdam. For this fearsome creature will leave nothing but barren earth. In a last-ditch effort, you call upon the dreaded Bleach Demon, the notorious sanitizer of worlds. The air grows heavy as you chant the ancient incantation, a chill wind sweeping through the village. With a deafening roar, the Bleach Demon emerges from a portal, its formless body radiating an eerie glow. It turns its featureless face towards you, awaiting your command. In a voice that shakes the very ground beneath your feet, you point towards Nuevo Amsterdam and command, "Destroy." The Bleach Demon moves, its form shifting and swirling as it heads towards the doomed city. As it touches the city outskirts, everything it comes into contact with disintegrates, leaving behind only barren earth. What will you do now, brother, as you watch the Bleach Demon carry out your command? Will you stay and watch the destruction, or turn away and plan your next move? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania is in full control now. J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Celebrate my victory with all the boys back in the locker room. Ooh yeah, brother, it's time to celebrate. You head back to your village, leaving the Bleach Demon to its task. The locker room, a large communal hall in the center of the village, is filled with your loyal villagers. They're still reeling from the day's events, but they're ready to celebrate your victory. The air is filled with laughter, cheers, and the clinking of mugs as you all raise a toast to Hemlock Mania. The energy is infectious, and even though the day was filled with chaos and destruction, for a moment, everything feels right. So, what's next for Hemlock, brother? Are you going to enjoy the celebrations, or are you already planning your next move? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania is running wild and the world is your wrestling ring. Dragon_Lord has been chosen. Drink a lot of beer and get wasted. That's the spirit, brother. You grab a mug and join your villagers in the celebrations. The beer flows freely, the taste of victory sweet on your tongue. You drink and laugh, letting the tension of the day melt away with each passing hour. You tell tales of your victories, and the villagers listen in awe, their eyes shining with admiration and fear. As the night wears on, you keep drinking, the world spinning a little with each mug of beer. But hey, even the Hulkster needs to let loose sometimes, right? Eventually, you find yourself swaying on your feet, the room spinning around you. Are you going to call it a night, or keep the party going, brother? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania knows how to throw a party. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Keep going until I puke my guts out. Literally. Whoa, brother. You're partying like it's WrestleMania night. You keep drinking, the world spinning faster and faster around you. The villagers cheer you on, their shouts growing louder with each passing moment. Finally, with a groan, you realize you've reached your limit. You stumble away from the crowd, barely making it outside before you lose your guts. As you recover, the villagers give you a wide berth, their cheers turning into concerned whispers. It's been a heck of a night, brother, and Hemlock Mania sure knows how to make it memorable. So, what's the plan now, dude? Are you going to call it a night, or do you have one last trick up your sleeve? Let me tell you something, brother, Hemlock Mania is still in full swing. Bleach Demon has been chosen. I shake my head, waking from this terrible dream. Realizing that this was all just side effects from my mom's spaghetti. Suddenly, brother, you're jolted awake. You find yourself in your own bed, the sounds of the village faint in the distance. The memories of the day's events are vivid and surreal, a chaotic blur of victory, destruction, celebration, and spaghetti. You shake your head, the taste of your mom's spaghetti still lingering in your mouth. It was all just a dream, fueled by too much of mom's special recipe. As you sit up in bed, you can't help but chuckle. Hemlock Mania might not be real, but the dream sure felt like it was. You get up, ready to face the day. After all, who knows what real adventures might await you outside. So, brother, what's your first move? Are you going to tell your mom about your crazy dream, or keep it to yourself and start the day? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania might have been a dream, but the day is still young. Patron has been chosen. Wake up for real, back in the tavern with my followers. In another sudden shift, you find yourself jolting awake once more, but this time, you're not in your bed. You're back in the tavern, surrounded by your loyal followers, the memory of your dream fading as the noise of the tavern comes rushing back. You shake your head, trying to clear the last vestiges of sleep. It seems Hemlock Mania is more than just a dream this time. The victory, the destruction, the celebration, it all feels real. With a deep breath, you stand up, ready to face whatever the day has in store for you. Your followers raise their mugs in salute, their faith in you unwavering. So, brother, what's the plan now? Are you going to share your dream with your followers, or keep it to yourself and plan your next move? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania is back in action. J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Look over at the door as Man-Bear-Pig bursts in and challenges me to a cage match. Just as you were deciding what to do next, brother, the doors of the tavern burst open and in steps the infamous Man-Bear-Pig. He's massive, a towering creature of muscle and fur, and he's looking straight at you. I challenge you, Hemlock, he bellows, his voice echoing through the tavern. You and me, in a cage match. The tavern falls silent, all eyes turning to you. The challenge has been issued, brother, and Hemlock Mania has never been one to back down from a challenge. So, what's it gonna be? Are you going to accept the Man-Bear-Pig's challenge, or do you have a different plan in mind? Let me tell you something, dude, the cage is waiting. John Williams has been chosen. It's on. Bring on the cages and dancing girls. That's the spirit, brother. You reply, rising from your seat, your voice filled with determination. Bring on the cages and dancing girls. It's time for a showdown. The tavern erupts into cheers, the villagers scrambling to arrange the cage and call for the dancing girls. The energy is electric, the anticipation palpable. This is the showdown of the century, a cage match between Hemlock and the Man-Bear-Pig. As the preparations are underway, you take a moment to collect your thoughts. This is going to be a match to remember, and you need to be ready. So, what's your plan for the cage match, brother? Are you going to go all out from the start, or do you have a different strategy in mind? Let me tell you something, dude, Hemlock Mania is about to enter the cage. J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Let the spirit of Hemlock Mania overtake me and go wild. Decide the rest of the adventure without any input from me. An old, grizzled gnome named Bink, who is well known in the city for his eccentricities and unorthodox beliefs, approaches you with an intriguing proposition. He claims to have captured the legendary creature known as Man-Bear-Pig, a creature rumored to possess the strength of a bear, the agility of a man, and the ferocity of a boar. Bink proposes a cage match between you, Hemlock, and the beast, promising a hefty reward if you manage to defeat the creature in combat. The gnome points to a large cage set up in the middle of a bustling market square, where a large crowd has gathered in anticipation. Inside the cage, you see a hulking, monstrous creature pacing back and forth, its breath fogging up the cold steel bars. As you approach the cage, the crowd hushes in anticipation. Bink cackles gleefully as he locks the cage door behind you, leaving just you and the Man-Bear-Pig alone in the enclosure. What will be your first move, Hemlock? Will you attack immediately, try to communicate with the beast, or attempt to find a weakness in your formidable opponent? Not a bobcat has been chosen. Reach into my bag, move aside a severed head of elf and pull out my trump card, a magic-infused kiwi. The crowd gasps as you reach into your explorer's pack, moving aside a grisly reminder of past battles, and revealing a kiwi of an unnatural glow. The small fruit pulses with magic, its bright luminescence casting an ethereal green light over you and the creature in the cage. Man-Bear-Pig, previously growling and snarling, quiets at the sight of the kiwi. It cocks its head to the side, its amber eyes reflecting the vivid glow. The crowd watches with bated breath, unsure of what's to happen next. You hold the magic-infused kiwi aloft, its power palpable even from a distance. What's your plan, Hemlock? Will you use the kiwi to attack, try to soothe the beast, or attempt something completely unexpected? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. I eat the kiwi, transforming my into you, the narrator. A murmur of surprise ripples through the crowd as you take a bite of the magic-infused kiwi. Your form begins to blur, shifting and changing in a display of magic that compels even the Man-Bear-Pig to take a step back. The transformation is swift and stunning. Within moments, Hemlock, the high elf fighter, is replaced by a figure that looks like the essence of the tale itself, a storyteller, a narrator. As the narrator, your perception of the world suddenly shifts. You can see not just your immediate surroundings, but the threads of the story intertwining and branching out in captivating patterns. With your newfound perspective, what's your next move in this unique duel against the Man-Bear-Pig? Will you manipulate the narrative to your advantage, use your detached perspective to analyze the creature's weaknesses, or attempt something entirely different?
Catherine Ichi has been chosen. I cause 50 steel chair to appear and slam into Man Bear Pig. In a display of narrative manipulation that leaves the crowd gasping in awe and disbelief, you weave a new element into the story. From thin air, 50 steel chairs materialize, gleaming ominously under the midday sun. The once chaotic scene around the cage transforms into an orchestration of steel and might as the chairs hurtle towards the unsuspecting Man Bear Pig. However, a storyteller's manipulation of their world often warrants a dice roll. Please roll a d20 to determine the extent of your narrative manipulation's success. You rolled 2. As you manipulate the narrative, the flurry of steel chairs begin to take form. However, your control over the chairs wavers due to your unfamiliarity with such powerful narrative transformation. Instead of slamming into the Man Bear Pig with lethal precision, the chairs tumble through the air erratically, some clattering harmlessly against the cage bars, others merely grazing the beast. The Man Bear Pig, although startled, remains largely unharmed. It snorts, shaking off the minor impacts, and turns its gaze back to you, its eyes burning with renewed determination. Your action has, however, bought you some time. What will be your next move, Hemlock, narrator? John Williams has been chosen. The Man Bear Pig grabs the remaining kiwi fruit and ingests it to gain even greater narrative powers. As the last of the chairs clatter to the floor, Man Bear Pig charges towards the discarded kiwi fruit, its eyes gleaming with a strange intelligence. With a swift swipe of its paw, it scoops up the fruit and devours it whole. Suddenly, there's an echoing roar as an energy pulse radiates from the beast. The cage shudders, the crowd gasps, and for a moment, the world seems to tilt on its axis. When the dust settles, Man Bear Pig stands taller, its form shimmering with an ethereal glow similar to your own. The creature, now possessing narrative powers, looks at you with a newfound understanding. Its growl rumbles through the cage, sounds that somehow form an intelligible, if otherworldly, sentence. Your move, Story Weaver. What will be your response to this unforeseen twist, Hemlock? Will you attempt a direct confrontation, try to reason with the beast, or weave a plot twist of your own? John Williams has been chosen. We begin a competitive storytelling event about a half-elf fighter named Hemlock. A silence falls over the crowd as you raise a hand, signifying the beginning of a new competition, not of physical might, but one of narrative prowess.
Let me tell you the tale of Hemlock, a half-elf fighter of extraordinary skill and courage. You begin, your voice resonating through the open square. The crowd leans in, hanging on your every word as you weave a story of epic battles, heartbreaking losses, and triumphant victories. Just as you finish, Man-Bear-Pig roars, its voice reverberating with a strange, guttural eloquence as it takes up the narrative. It spins a tale of Hemlock from a different perspective, painting her as a relentless adversary, a force of nature that respects no boundaries. The crowd is rapt, enthralled by the dueling narratives. A murmur of conversation weaves through the audience as they debate the merits of each tale. As the storyteller, you now have the power in shaping the narrative further. Will you continue the tale, introduce a new character, or perhaps challenge Man-Bear-Pig to a different form of contest? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Change the scene to a new perspective of a different character. As the crowd murmurs in anticipation, you lift your hand, signaling a shift in the tale. Let us now see the world through different eyes, you announce, your voice echoing through the square. Let us walk in the shoes of Celandine, the barmaid who harbors a secret love for Hemlock. The scene morphs around you and the Man-Bear-Pig, the cage disappearing to be replaced by the rustic charm of a tavern. The two of you sit at a worn wooden bar, a lively crowd around you. The smell of roasted meat and strong ale fills the air, and the tavern patrons chatter and laugh, oblivious to the narrative duel playing out before them. Across the room, a woman with golden hair and a kind smile, Celandine, looks fondly at an illusion of Hemlock, the hero in both your tales. As you begin to weave Celandine's story, the Man-Bear-Pig watches in intrigued silence. What will you say next to capture the audience's attention, Hemlock? Will you reveal Celandine's deepest secrets, speak of her unrequited love, or perhaps weave a tale of her own bravery and heroism? John Williams has been chosen. Man-Bear-Pig weaves the story in which Celandine is a mermaid in love with Man-Bear-Pig. She sings a haunting melody, her voice filled with an otherworldly beauty that tugs at the hearts of the onlookers. Her tale of love and longing for the Man-Bear-Pig, a creature of the land, is a bittersweet melody that resonates through the crowd. Your narrative duel has taken an unexpected turn, with Man-Bear-Pig attempting to turn the tables by making himself the romantic lead. The crowd seems moved by the tale, their eyes glistening with unshed tears. What will you do next, Hemlock? Will you continue Man-Bear-Pig's narrative, weave a twist into the story, or perhaps counter with a tale of your own?
Bleach Demon has been chosen. Je suis Celadine, qui préfère vraiment Bleach Demon, le brave. With a swift change of narrative, you take on the voice of Celandine, speaking in her accented common tongue. I am Celandine, who would much prefer Bleach Demon, the brave. The beach scenery morphs once more, revealing a new character standing tall and proud by the shoreline. Bleach Demon, a radiant figure with hair as white as fresh snowfall and eyes like the clearest summer sky, turns towards Celandine, a soft smile playing on his lips. A collective sigh echoes through the crowd as Bleach Demon extends a hand towards the mermaid, a silent promise of a connection that transcends the barriers of their worlds. Man-Bear-Pig grunts in surprise, taken aback by the sudden twist in the tale. How will you continue this tale, Hemlock? Will you elaborate on Bleach Demon's bravery, reveal more about his connection with Celandine, or perhaps throw yet another curveball into the narrative? Maureen Peters has been chosen. Bertel het verhaal van Jullie Liefde. In the universal language of storytelling, you continue the tale, now speaking fluently in Celandine's voice. Let me tell you about our love, you begin, your words painting a vivid picture of a timeless romance. Bleach Demon, the brave and steadfast, was a lone wanderer who stumbled upon the secluded beach, and by extension, Celandine. Their bond was instantaneous, two souls communicating across the boundary that separated their worlds. Love letters were exchanged, each message passed to and fro by the tides. Every moment stolen together was both a sweet serenade and a heartbreaking symphony. Man-Bear-Pig, perhaps in a move of respect or perhaps in surrender, remains silent, allowing the story to unfold. The crowd is enthralled, hanging on to every word, every emotion. As the storyteller, Hemlock, where will you guide this tale next? Will you narrate the challenges they faced, or perhaps describe their dreams for a future together? Catherine Ichi has been chosen. Using his great powers, Bleach Demon creates legs for his love. Summoning the narrative to your command, you continue. With his great powers, Bleach Demon crafted a pair of human legs for his love, Celandine. A gasp ripples through the crowd as the image of Celandine transforms before their eyes. Her emerald green tail shimmers and shifts, morphing seamlessly into a pair of human legs. She stands shakily at first, but as Bleach Demon rushes to her side, she takes a step, then another, her face alight with joy and awe. Man-Bear-Pig nods in approval, perhaps appreciating the narrative flair. The crowd is awestruck, their eyes wide with wonder as they witness the strength of love and magic. What comes next in this enchanting tale of love and transformation? Will you tell of Celandine's first steps on land, her life with Bleach Demon, or perhaps an unforeseen challenge that they must face together? J.G. Snyder has been chosen. Tell a tale of their romantic honeymoon in Paris, narrating in French for authenticity. Permettez-moi de vous raconter la lune de miel à Paris. You begin, expertly shifting to French for the next chapter of the tale. The surroundings morph once again, the sandy beach replaced by the charming streets of Paris, the city of love. Bleach demon et Celandine, main dans le main, chez sont promenés le long de la Seine, admirant les lumières de la ville qui chez reflétine dans l'eau. Ils ont partagé des ries et des baises sous la tour Eiffel, créant des souvenirs qui se caressent pour toujours. The crowd is rapt, even those who don't understand French are captivated by the melodic rhythm of your words, able to feel the emotion behind the tale. Man-Bear-Pig, despite its brutish exterior, watches with an expression of profound respect. What will be the next chapter in this tale of love and adventure? Will you narrate their return to the sea, their encounters with other mythical beings, or perhaps a new chapter in their shared life? Bleach Demon has been chosen. Bleach Demon and Celandine celebrate the birth of their 22nd child, and teach it Navajo. With a wide smile, you weave the next chapter of their life into the tale. Bleach Demon and Celandine, now parents to 22 children, celebrate the arrival of the newest addition. In their household, love and warmth are plentiful, and lessons are never confined to the ordinary. The surroundings shift once more, revealing a house filled with laughter and joy. Each child is a unique blend of their parents, possessing Bleach Demon's bravery and Celandine's loving nature. The couple teach their children about their unique heritage, including the language of Navajo, a nod to their respect for all cultures and languages. The crowd chuckles and sighs, drawn in by the heartwarming family scene. Even Man-Bear-Pig seems moved, its gaze softening at the sight of the harmonious family. What will be the next chapter in this tale? Will you weave a story of the children's adventures, the lessons they learn from their parents, or perhaps introduce a new challenge that the family must face together? Chronicles has been chosen. Man-Bear-Pig starts to crew thinking of this potential future. While it's distracted, you cry, "No cryin', pussy," and stab it through the head with your long sword. As Man-Bear-Pig is moved by the tale, a tear trickling down its monstrous face, you spot an opportunity. The crowd watches in stunned silence as you break character, your narrative voice replaced by a harsh, battle-ready tone. "No cryin', pussy," you shout, drawing your longsword with lightning speed. Before the beast can react, you've lunged forward, driving your weapon through its skull. But action in the world of storytelling often requires the roll of a dice. Please roll a d20 to determine the success of your unexpected attack. You rolled 2.
As you lunge forward, your longsword gleaming in the imaginary Parisian lights, your aim falters. Perhaps it's the distraction of the narrative duel or the unusual circumstances, but your attack doesn't land as intended. Instead of piercing through the monster's skull, your blade merely grazes it, leaving a shallow cut. Man-Bear-Pig roars in surprise and pain, shaking its head violently. The narrative illusion shatters, and you find yourself back in the original cage, Man-Bear-Pig glaring at you. What will you do next, Hemlock? Will you continue your attack, try to reason with the creature, or attempt a different strategy? Bleach Demon has been chosen. Man-Bear-Pig then speaks gruffly in Italian of his defeat, narrate in Italian how weak and impotent Man-Bear-Pig is. He dies of shame. Man-Bear-Pig, in a surprising turn of events, begins to speak in gruff Italian. Sono stato sconfitto, sono debole, impotente. His words, admitting his defeat and expressing his weakness, resonate through the cage. You mirror his words, your voice carrying the narrative power that has been woven into this duel. Man-Bear-Pig e debole, e impotente, muore di vergogna, you declare, driving the final nail into the coffin of his pride. Upon hearing your words, Man-Bear-Pig roars one last time before collapsing. The once mighty beast now lies defeated, not by physical might, but by the power of narrative. As the crowd erupts into cheers, you stand victorious. What will you do next, Hemlock? Will you celebrate your victory, address the crowd, or perhaps prepare for your next challenge? Patron has been chosen. The Italian put you in the mood for some pizza. With the adrenaline of the duel slowly fading, you find your thoughts turning towards the next order of business. The Italian exchange with Man-Bear-Pig has left you craving a slice of authentic pizza. As you exit the cage, Vink, the gnome who orchestrated this unique encounter, approaches you with a toothy grin. That was quite a show, Hemlock. I've a mind to make this a regular event. But first, let's get you that pizza. So, as the crowd disperses, talking excitedly about the day's events, you follow Bink towards the best pizzeria in town, ready for a well-earned meal. What will you order, Hemlock? A classic margarita, a loaded meat lovers, or perhaps something a little more adventurous? Your story carries on, the taste of victory sweetened by the prospect of pizza. Maureen Peters has been chosen. Hawaiian pizza.
Pineapple on pizza with some sriracha is the best. With a confident stride, you step into the pizzeria, the enticing aroma of fresh dough and simmering tomato sauce wafting through the air. When the server comes to take your order, you know exactly what you want. One Hawaiian pizza, please. And don't forget the sriracha, you say, a playful gleam in your eyes. The combination of sweet pineapple, savory ham, and the fiery kick of sriracha is just the kind of adventure you enjoy, even when it comes to food. As the server heads to the kitchen with your order, you sit back, content and ready for a well-earned meal. Understood. Let us now delve into the heart of our tale. The world around you is a symphony of colors as dawn breaks, sending radiant beams of sunlight scattering across the vast, untamed landscape. You stand at the edge of a small, peaceful village, the last outpost of civilization before the wilderness of the unknown. A parchment has been thrust into your hands. It bears the royal seal and a desperate plea from the king. His daughter, the princess, has been kidnapped by an ancient and fearsome dragon. Your task, should you choose to accept it, is to brave the treacherous depths of the wilderness, find the dragon's lair, and rescue the princess. As you plot your course, a shadowy figure approaches you, coming from the direction of the wilderness. He carries a great staff, its tip glowing with an otherworldly light. What do you do? As your journey comes to a triumphant close, you find yourself standing amidst the cheering citizens of the once beleaguered town. Their smiles and words of gratitude are a true testament to your bravery and valor. The trials you've overcome, the challenges you've faced, they are all part of the grand tapestry that has become your tale. A tale of might, magic, and the enduring spirit of adventure. Congratulations, my friend. You've succeeded in your quest and have etched a legendary story into the annals of time. Your name will be whispered with reverence in the hallowed halls of heroes. But remember, every end is but a new beginning in the world of imagination. Before we part, I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to those who support these interactive narratives. It is through your patronage that we can continue to weave fantastical tales and breathe life into the heroic journeys. If you wish to contribute to these adventures, consider supporting us on Patreon. Moreover, if you enjoyed this experience, make it known. A like, a subscription, a word of encouragement, they all fuel this magical endeavor. Thank you once again for joining us in this grand dance of imagination. Until we cross paths again, may your spirit of adventure never cease. Safe travels, brave adventurer.